and then you have belief, right? So to believe something is true, first you have to believe it, right? But
Wait, Rezi,
truth
could you
can be
define convinced?
truth can
Incorrect.
be
Highly incorrect.
Hold
Oh
up,
my
but
God.
like this is the thing that I'm trying to say though. Hold up, because it's like a bunch of y'all just jumping. It's supposed to be just
Incorrect.
Resident Dingo. Incorrect. Anywho, anywho.
Well, I choose not to believe
With
that.
to
I
add
know you
on,
do.
to add on, right?
That proves my point.
Yes, we know we understand that you choose to believe, right? Because if you're saying that people don't choose to believe something, right? They have no choice in this. This is just some natural consequence of either their environment or themselves. Then that means that beliefs in and of themselves are like no belief is actually true. You cannot come to truth at all, right? Because every
not?
belief would be a result. Because every belief would be a result of the environment and irrationality, right? There
Welcome
would
to
be no
Hegel.
belief that could be true. There could
Well,
not
let
be
me
a
ask
true
you
belief.
this.
That's
couldn't
literally
have truth.
false.
Do you believe
No,
there are
because
still-
everybody would be right,
Theo,
right?
Theo, let
Because
me ask you a
everybody
question.
is experiencing a different thing.
If truth
Do you believe
exists,
there are,
then
like-
there would be some people that are aware of some truth propositions and some people that reject some truth propositions.
Okay.
People would know
I knew you were going to say
what's
proposition.
true.
Okay, but do I have to accept the truth?
No, you can live in
You
fantasy
don't.
land.
No, I don't have to accept the truth, right? I can choose to be Delulu, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
You
I
also
can
don't choose to
so
choose what you believe
ready?
in.
You ready though? Right?
Because
right?
you'd have to want to choose to believe in something.
I would
and you
hope,
don't
like,
meta do that.
I would hope in like.
What do you
good
mean
faith,
want to
you-
want? Just
you would
to,
want
if I want to want something, that just means I want something, right? Like I want to
No.
want something. That don't make
No.
sense.
I
Because then
was
now we're
gonna-
just
No,
going
because
ad infinitum.
Bro, you could reject.
I can
anything
explain
that
this to you
want
if you would
to, or
like.
not.
Yeah, so
No.
I would like for you to explain it to me, or rather, Rizzo, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I would say no, because I mean you are literally rejecting the proof that you have of God right now. Like you can be convinced of anything.
I don't have any proof
and then
of
just
God.
reject
Yeah.
it and just be like, nope, I don't want to. Like for
Do you
example,
have
you can
empirical,
actually-
objective, verifiable, observable,
do you
testable
have
evidence? No
empirical,
arguments.
objectable, verifiable evidence that God does not exist? Then shut your
Wait.
trap, dude.
Objectively
Yes.
Yeah, the
verifiable.
Bible proves that your
observable.
God
Go down
doesn't
this
exist.
list that this,
Oh my
this dogmatic
It's
list
actually
that
really
you-
easy.
He does
The
this list all the
dog
time, man. He
The
does. He did some
dog
paradox
He
live. He's
prompted
a objectable,
very-
Wait,
empirical,
Reason-
verifiable, peer reviewed. He
Reason
goes down
asked
this
a question.
whole long list that he cannot substantiate
I can-
his own worldview on.
I got an argument, bro.
It's philosophical logical.
Hold up,
It's got
Kobe. Hold
genesis.
up. Hold up.
Literally,
hold up,
Genesis
hold up.
proves your God doesn't
because
exist.
we're going on
Empirical,
we're going on
verifiable.
one at a time. I just need this. I just need this.
I-
So like
Peer review.
I get what you're saying, right? But at the end of the day, it's not wanting to want something on a metaphysical level. I'm just saying that because at that point, all beliefs are wanting to want something, right? That's just how it would be in an offset. So ignoring that foolishness, you want
I was
to
talking.
believe.
I was talking
you want-
more
you
about the
believe
idea that
there
you
is-
choose
there-
to believe something.
You want to believe.
You'd have to choose
exactly.
to choose.
Exactly. You don't choose to choose. But like, you know what? I'm not even going to get on
There
that.
you just
I don't
proved my
care.
point.
I don't care. I don't care. I didn't prove
That's
your
fine.
point because everything you're saying is my point.
No,
right?
you
Because
did.
Shut up. Shut up for a second. Shut up. Shut up. Because I was quiet for you. I was quiet for Risen. I was quiet for Kobe. I was quiet for 4chan. I was quiet for everybody. Can y'all be quiet for me? Please?
You've interrupted every one of us, so that's
At me
false.
No,
multiple
I
times.
haven't.
Interrupted every one of us, so that's false.
At me multiple
No, I
times.
haven't. Y'all haven't. I have not interrupted y'all.
Look, now you don't
Kick
get
them out.
interrupted at all. You can chat all you
You
want.
kick them
no
out.
one's gonna. I kick them out, and you can chat all you want in the comment section, and no one will interrupt.
Let's
you.
be real.
There you go.
Peterson, smart dude, drives engagement. I don't know why I kick him. I kicked him. You can have a
care about
genuine
engagement.
conversation.
Listen,
I
stop
care
white
about-
knighting.
I
That's
care
the host's
about
rule.
I care about actual intellectual conversation. And if you're going to consistently interrupt, then how are we going to have an intelligent conversation?
Let's just move forward.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just go.
Exactly. So let me reestablish
engagement.
groundworks. Let's
We'd be up here with
reestablish
5 people
groundworks.
and 3 people, and we'd be up here for 3 or 4 hours. We care about engagement.
I would like to
Exactly. So stop. Hold up, Kale. Because I need to establish ground rules like as the host, right? Y'all need to understand something. I am probably one of the most fair hosts. There's more atheists on this panel than there are Christians, right? I don't discriminate. I let Muslims up, Satanists up, every single person. So I need y'all to stop treating me like I'm some run-of-the-mill fucking scrub that y'all can talk down to, okay? I am the host of this platform. I am to keep order and reason within this platform. Yes, I join in and talk with y'all. But if I am muting people and I am putting people to the side and I'm saying stop, it is not because I'm trying to be a dick or I just want to express my point. It's literally because y'all are interrupting. That's what I had to do. I've had to stop y'all from interrupting Dingo. I've had to, who's an atheist, by the way. I had to stop y'all from interrupting Risen. I had to stop y'all from interrupting Justin. I had to stop y'all from interrupting each other because y'all are both doing that. White knighting, Planet Peterson, so you know, is a tactic of interruption and is a form of group gish galloping, right? That is why I'm saying it. Risen is not white knighting because he's not going on to a different point. He's staying on the point that we're at.
Sorry,
right?
Dingo.
When two people, proposition, please don't. When two people are doing that, right? When two people are doing that, it causes more people to do it. It's just disruptive for the live, right? Let's not do that. I'm going to explain my point on what we was talking about. I'm going to try and stay focused. If you interrupt me, I don't care if you drive engagement or anything like that. It shows to me that you're a bad faith actor and you're doing this for views, clicks, and likes and money. So I'll just drop you and I'll move on with my life. You understand? Does that make sense? You confer?
Yes.
Awesome. That's all I needed. We're not going to talk about the conversation anymore. You're not going to talk about my behavior unless it's something new. You feel like I offended you on something new or offended somebody else on something new, right? Conversation is moot. We're going to restart and refresh with this all in mind. Everybody in favor? Hello? I'm talking to the panel.
You get to say
Yeah, aye, yes, anything.
I.
Confirmation or rejection? That's what I want to know.
To change
No,
the
we're
topic?
going back to the original topic. We're going to the
Confirmation.
number one, or unless you want to talk to number two.
What?
Well, we're staying on to the panel.
I'm
Do
down
you
to
have
bring
any
it back.
deconstructionists?
But-
I would love an argument for that if anyone has one.
By one, do you
I
mean the
would love
number
an
one
argument
thing
for
on
not
your
God if you
screen?
have one.
Yep.
No.
Thing.
May I offer a proposition statement?
Sure.
I think generally speaking, this is like an ethical point of view, but I think generally speaking, everybody in the world is just trying to make sense of reality, life, things in some way. Is that generally agreeable? People are trying to make sense of the world around them.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why we host lives like this and have these types of conversations.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we can agree on that. I think that in the pursuance of this truth, whatever, like reality, you grow up, you're taught certain things because you exist in a society and your community has influences on you and you're given ideas at birth. In pursuing truth, you have generally two choices, in my opinion. Maybe there's more. I don't want to get into that. But the two that I think people have is whether or not they're trying to maintain an allegiance to whatever truths they have gained from the course of their development, or whether or not they're actually interested in finding out the truth of reality, the world, society. What that means
This
is
guy is
you're
trying
either
so hard to sound photosynthesis.
trying to find the truth, even if you don't like it and it causes issues for you, or you are trying to maintain the truth because you need it to be true.
I just think that's a prejudice in an individual's beliefs. What individuals
Yeah, so
prejudice.
oh my bad. Go ahead, Dingo.
I'm just asking Nate, is it you just saying there's like some prejudice in what individuals believe and perhaps they'll try and manipulate like observed information to try and conform to that belief, that prejudice?
Yes.
You would love Nietzsche.
You already hold something to be true, and you are warping everything about your experience to keep that truth.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
every
so if
individual
that's the
does that.
case,
Yeah,
but if that's the case, then every individual chooses their beliefs, like I said.
And I said there are people who
truth is
do
typically
that, and
cashed
then
out
there are
as what's
people who
satisfiable.
Doesn't intend.
True.
Choice.
There you go.
Truth is cashed out as what's satisfiable. So that's just going to be independent to the person. I don't
That's
know
what-
who doesn't live their life by what satisfies them. Who doesn't do that?
I don't know why we'd accept that, because it could be the case that I'm getting cheated on, and that's something that is unsatisfactory. Nevertheless, the truth.
No, that. So
Can I ask a
the
question
truth
quick
of
to the
the
panel?
truth of the truth of the proposition is the case, right? But whether or not you accept the proposition is a different.
I get. Yeah, go ahead, Pete.
Wait, who wanted to ask the question?
Which group?
You just call him Pete.
Peterson.
I think Pete's content with.
A lot of people call me Pete. I don't care. Which group of people do you think changes their mind more often? Secular, atheist, skeptical people, or religious people?
Probably.
Well, see,
not mad at
you're making
skeptical.
you would have to say, right, and this is where it comes on to you, right? It's not groups of people like secular or Christian or anything like that, because secular is a part of this. There's secular people who won't change their mind at all. I've talked to many of them.
Wait, what
They will
would you
never
ask me,
change their
though?
mind, no matter how much evidence.
I know,
I think-
but don't look
But
at
who
individuals.
does
Look
this
at
That's
the
the
more?
group.
most disingenuous question.
Yeah, I'm looking at the group, and you know what?
That's
And
like
that's what
No,
I'm
it's
It's
saying.
like
not.
who's most likely to own
It-
a boat? A millionaire, or
It's
someone
just
that makes $20,000 a year?
If disingenuous,
It
just
is
ma-
not
That you
if
baked
disingenuous.
in your own axiom
but
is
just
already the
if-
right
if-
person.
There we go.
I think you know
Find
the
me a
answer is
skeptical
us.
atheist. Find me a skeptical atheist, and I might side with you, but
We
I'm
just
not that one.
answer one by one.
most people here.
You're talking to
But
one.
I think I don't think
So
it's
are you
disingenuous to
skeptical
just say
of
there's
your
an
own
evident
skepticism?
answer to the question.
Because it seems that it seems that the only way you treat the God hypothesis as a vacuous truth, which means you don't feel that you need to go out to reality and evaluate the proposition.
Wait, Theo, can you? Oh,
So
sorry.
I don't think if you're going to treat God claims as vacuously truth, you can hold that as a skeptical person. So
The
most
Bible-
atheists
I don't
have
know
not
what you're
actually gone
talking
out and
about.
evaluated the God hypothesis.
Contrary to modern science.
I think they both changed their minds, but the atheists, they're definitely going to do it more frequently.
I change my
Sure.
beliefs all the time.
So if we're looking for a worldview that permits somebody to hopefully be guided more approximately to the truth, and we know that our senses are fallible, the skepticism route where people change their minds more often seems to me a conducive route to that, whereas the religious person is dogmatic in their religious beliefs.
But that's
And
the
notice I
thing.
didn't say
But that's
Christian,
the-
I just said
I know,
religious
I
person.
know you said religious person, right? But this is what I'm trying to say. Unless you're saying that I don't think that somebody can not be religious. I think everyone has a religion. It's impossible to not be religious, because the very same things that you're talking about, every single individual person does, right? So, like, for example, you could say academia is skewed. You could say academia is skewed towards atheism and its presuppositions and its beliefs. So, of course, it's going to look like to it, to atheists, as if they are somehow not are maintaining this to the most amount of truth. They're changing their minds most often, because that's what they're saying, right? But to everybody, every single Christian does this. Like, for example, every single person does this, whether they're believers or not. For example, inside the Christian faith, it would example as the Trinity doctrine, right? It would example as the other doctrines that evolved through the church fathers. With Islam, this comes through the hadiths, right? Everybody has an evolution of their ideas. No one's ideas are ever stagnant, right? It doesn't work like that. So I see it as a false dichotomy. Hold up. I see it as a false dichotomy, because you're trying to make me choose between two choices, but both sides do the exact same amount in the exact same way. Analytical people tend to change their minds more often. It doesn't matter if they're Christian or atheist or secular or whatever, right? It's not about the groups of people. That's why I'm saying it's a fallacious question. I confer with Justin.
I just like
My
to.
bad.
It's not fallacious, and you just changed my criteria in the end there.
Wait,
but
where's the empirical data?
I have
that you
a
that's
couple
what
questions for
study
you,
was
if
done on
that's
that we
okay.
Let
looked
him-
up, by the way. Maybe if I read the study, I'll
Can we let
appreciate it more.
Can we let him finish real quick?
Well, I just want the study that he's bringing up. So I don't see what's wrong with that.
I didn't even hear what he said. 'Cause you have
I wasn't bringing up a study. I asked what everybody's opinion
Oh,
was.
okay. Gotcha. Keep going.
Yeah, but you asked everyone's
Theo-
opinion on a bad question.
It wasn't a bad question, but that's just my opinion. And feel free to disagree and claim victory. I don't care.